The bustling shopping mall was alive with the hum of weekend shoppers, the glittering lights reflecting off polished floors, and the aroma of freshly brewed coffee mingling with sweet pastries. Among the crowd, Victoria Sterling, a billionaire heiress known for her icy demeanor in business circles, strolled through the mall in designer heels, barely noticing the world around her. Her focus was entirely on a luxury boutique she had been dying to visit. Victoria had spent her morning in meetings, negotiating multi-million-dollar deals. The stress was immense, and she hadn't had a proper meal since breakfast. As she reached the entrance of the boutique, her vision blurred and the world tilted alarmingly. One second, she was walking, and the next, she crumpled to the ground. The mall erupted into chaos. Shouts and gasps filled the air. Security rushed over, but Victoria was already unconscious, her breathing shallow. Panic clawed at the bystanders, most frozen in helplessness. Meanwhile, across the food court, Mia Hayes was wiping down tables in her small cafe. The young waitress, with her chestnut hair tied in a messy bun and striking green eyes, was known for her fearless approach to challenges. She had grown up in a tough neighborhood, learning early that hesitation could cost lives. Mia noticed the commotion at the boutique and instinctively ran toward the crowd. Pushing through, she saw Victoria sprawled on the ground, surrounded by panic-stricken shoppers. Without hesitation, Mia knelt beside her, checking for pulse and breathing. "She's alive," but barely, Mia muttered, her voice steady despite the chaos. Security looked on, unsure what to do. Victoria's eyes fluttered open slightly, confusion and fear evident. "What happened?" she whispered weakly. "Just stay with me," Mia replied, placing a reassuring hand over Victoria's. "You're safe. I've got you." In that instant, Victoria felt a strange sense of calm. The hospital waiting room smelled faintly of antiseptic and flowers. Victoria, now awake and steadily recovering, sat rigidly on the plush leather chair, her fingers tapping nervously against her designer handbag. Mia sat opposite her, still in her waitress uniform, her apron crumpled and stained from the morning's chaos. "I should go," Mia said quietly, but Victoria stopped her. "No. I want to thank you properly," Victoria replied, her tone softer than she had ever spoken to anyone outside her business circle. Mia raised an eyebrow, skepticism evident. "Properly? You don't even know me." "I'd like to change that," Victoria said, standing. She hesitated before speaking again. "Dinner. Tonight. My place." Mia blinked. The audacity of the billionaire stunned her. "Dinner? Look, I don't." "It's my way of saying thank you," Victoria interrupted, her gaze intense. "I insist." Mia hesitated, torn between professionalism, caution, and curiosity. She had never been invited to a billionaire's home, let alone for dinner, and yet there was something magnetic about Victoria. Something that made her want to know the woman behind the sharp business persona. "All right," Mia said finally. "But only because you practically owe me your life." Victoria smiled faintly, a rare, genuine smile that didn't reach the corporate walls she usually wore. "Then it's settled." That evening, Mia arrived at Victoria's penthouse, the glass towers of the city twinkling around her. She felt out of place amidst the opulence, but Victoria's warm smile immediately eased her nerves. "Relax," Victoria said, leading her to the dining room. "No business talk tonight." Dinner was served, and for the first time, Victoria allowed herself to enjoy someone else's company without masks or agendas. Mia spoke with a casual confidence that Victoria found both refreshing and disarming. Days passed after the dinner, but neither Victoria nor Mia could shake the memory of that evening. Victoria found herself constantly checking her phone, hoping for a message from the brave waitress who had saved her life. Mia, meanwhile, tried to maintain her routine at the cafe, but her thoughts kept drifting to Victoria, her intensity, her vulnerability, her rare, effortless smile. It was Victoria who finally broke the silence. She appeared at the cafe unannounced, her tailored coat brushing past the doorframe as she surveyed the humble space with quiet curiosity. Mia froze behind the counter, caught between shock and irritation. "You're persistent," Mia said, hiding her flustered smile. Victoria smirked. "I like what I like. And I like you." Mia blinked, caught off guard by the blunt confession. "You mean, this is more than a thank you dinner?" Victoria leaned against the counter, her gaze unwavering. "Much more. I don't do casual and I don't do second chances. But you're different. I want to see where this goes." There was a tension in the air, electric and undeniable. Mia's pulse quickened, a mixture of fear and excitement stirring within her. "I don't know about this. Worlds apart and all that." Victoria reached out, brushing a stray lock of Mia's hair behind her ear. "Then let's figure it out together." That moment, simple yet intimate, ignited a spark neither of them could ignore. Over the next weeks, Victoria made herself a regular at the cafe, always finding excuses to talk to Mia, to steal moments away from the pressures of her high-profile life. Mia, cautious but curious, began to open up, sharing pieces of her life she had kept hidden from almost everyone. They laughed, teased, and slowly, the walls between them began to crumble. Victoria showed a softer side rarely seen by the world, and Mia displayed a courage and determination that fascinated the billionaire. But as their connection deepened, the outside world lurked in the shadows. One evening, Victoria invited Mia to a charity gala, an event dripping with glamour and power. Mia hesitated, feeling out of place in her simple dress amidst sparkling gowns and tuxedos. Yet, Victoria's hand in hers made the glittering hall feel strangely intimate. As they mingled, Victoria's colleagues and acquaintances eyed Mia with a mixture of curiosity and thinly veiled skepticism. "Who is this?" one whispered, suspicion lacing her tone. "She saved my life," Victoria said firmly, pride and affection evident in her voice. Mia felt heat rise to her cheeks, not from embarrassment, but from the intensity in Victoria's gaze. For the first time, she realized she wasn't just Victoria's savior. She was becoming essential to her world, her heart, and her life. Yet the evening wasn't without complications. A former business rival of Victoria's noticed the closeness between the two women and approached with a sly smile. "Interesting choice of company, Victoria." "Not exactly. Typical for someone in your position." Victoria's jaw tightened, but she remained composed. "She's remarkable," she said simply, her tone leaving no room for argument. Mia's courage, once again, surprised Victoria. Instead of shrinking back, Mia met the rival's gaze with a quiet, unwavering confidence. "I may not be your world, but I can stand in mine," she said softly. The words resonated with Victoria, who felt a surge of admiration and affection. It was in moments like these, the bravery, the defiance, the authenticity, that Victoria realized her feelings for Mia were far deeper than attraction. As the night drew to a close, Victoria and Mia stole a quiet moment on the balcony, the city lights twinkling below. Victoria's hand found Mia's, and without words, they shared their first tentative kiss, gentle, electric, and full of promise. It was a kiss that sealed their connection, but also hinted at the challenges they would face. The bliss of romance, however, never comes without trials. Victoria's business empire faced a sudden scandal, an embezzlement accusation that threatened her reputation. Paparazzi camped outside her penthouse, scrutinizing her every move. Mia, meanwhile, faced judgment from friends and family who couldn't understand her relationship with a woman so far above her social standing. Victoria, usually unshakable, struggled under the pressure. For the first time, she needed someone who could remind her of what truly mattered. And Mia, with her steady courage and unwavering support, became that anchor. Late one night, as Victoria paced the penthouse, Mia stepped closer, placing a hand on her arm. "Victoria, look at me," she said softly. "You're stronger than this. You don't have to face it alone." Victoria turned, her eyes glistening. I can't let anyone see me vulnerable." Mia cupped her face gently. "You already are. With me. And that's okay." The intensity between them escalated, emotions spilling over into a confession that neither could hold back. "Mia, I've never felt like this about anyone," Victoria whispered. "I can't imagine my life without you." Mia's heart raced. "I feel the same. And I don't care about the world's expectations. I just want you." In that moment, the walls came down completely. Their embrace was fiery and tender, a mixture of desperation and passion, affirming the love they had been cultivating against all odds. Weeks passed, and the storm surrounding Victoria's empire slowly subsided. With Mia by her side, she faced every challenge with renewed strength and confidence. The media, initially skeptical, eventually respected the undeniable bond between the billionaire and the courageous waitress. Victoria and Mia's love deepened with each shared moment: late-night walks, stolen kisses in quiet corners, laughter over shared meals, and whispered dreams about a future together. Victoria, who had once guarded her heart with steel walls, found solace in Mia's fearless presence. Mia, who had always fought to survive, discovered the beauty of love that felt like home. One evening, on the same balcony where their first kiss had ignited, Victoria turned to Mia, holding her hands tightly. "I don't want to imagine a life without you," she said. "Will you stay with me? Forever?" Mia's eyes shimmered with tears of joy. "Forever," she replied, sealing their promise with a kiss that spoke of love, trust, and resilience. The city skyline glowed around them, a testament to their journey from a chance encounter in a crowded mall to a love that defied societal expectations, scandal, and fear. They had discovered that true love was not about wealth, power, or status, but about courage, trust, and the willingness to fight for each other, no matter the odds. As they held each other under the stars, Victoria whispered, "You saved me that day, but I think, in the end, we saved each other." Mia smiled, her heart full. "And we'll keep saving each other. Always." And so, against all odds, a billionaire and a brave waitress found not just love, but a lifetime of unwavering devotion, proving that the heart knows no boundaries, only the courage to embrace the impossible.